Hello, hello, hello. It is Monday, and it's time for my favorite stamp, Monday. And today it is going to be, put this behind it so you can see it, my Christmas tree, C1804. It is what we used to call a base and shade. Now they call it a two-step stamp, and there are two steps to it. And I'm going to show you some ideas that I've done with it. This is clover and green apple with red pearls. I have a bunch, as you can see over here on the side, a bunch of leftover embellishments, and I'm kind of using them to use them up. This one is emerald and glacier. Sorry, evergreen and glacier. This one is New England ivy and fern. Again, this one is clover and green apple. I did this one smaller than the rest of the cards, and I like the longer piece on it. And of course, I like different colors for Christmas. So this one is pixie and charcoal. And these are some of the embellishments that went with one of the paper collections, and I had several of those left over. And again, I'm gearing up for the new year where I'm going to be doing a use your stash post once a week and help you to use up what's in your stash. The same with these peacock. This is peacock and lagoon. I like that one too. So to show you how to use this stamp, I'm going to be using pewter and charcoal with some leftover sugar plum. That was the color of the year last year. Glitter gems. Like I said, I'm trying to use up my leftovers. So I cut the white piece is going to be 3 3/4 by 5. And I'm going to start with the lighter color. I like to do the larger image of the tree. Now I'm using my 4x4 block. So you just have to make sure you use a large block. I think we have a 5x6 now. But this is one that I used to have. If you want to use your stamping platform, that works too. Whatever is easiest for you. I just want to see you stamping. And sometimes when I'm doing a large image, I will ink it from that direction. Let me just make sure it looks like it's good. I'm just going to do that middle a little more. And then I'm going to bring it down about 1/4 inch from the top and just eyeball it into the center. Again, if you want to use a stamping platform, that is totally up to you. Whatever makes you happy. Okay, so that one is the lighter pewter. And now I'm going to take the second stamp, which is going to add some shading looks. And I'm going to do that in the charcoal. And there's probably not a lot of difference between these two colors. Charcoal's just going to be darker. And what I like to do on this one is look for the circles for the ornaments and kind of line up as many of those circles as I can. I bounced it so I might get not. And there wasn't much difference between the pewter and the charcoal. That's what I thought. It would not be quite as different, but that's okay. That is totally okay. I could have stamped off with one. But there is a little bit. You can kind of see the lighter gray. But I really wanted the intense color to go with these light gems that I'm about to put on there. I wanted something dark so that they would have a way to be showcased. And I'm using the smaller ones at the top because isn't that the way we put ornaments on the tree? Now, a lot of the ones that you saw, I used several of the medium size, and that's because I didn't have enough of these small ones. But on this one, I think I'm going to go with, I think that's enough of the small ones. I think I'll go with some larger ones now. And you can really see the sugar plum popping through. That's why we say if you like this, the color of the year, get it while it's available, because once it's gone, it's gone. And don't keep it in your stash forever like I have done. I am trying to use it up. That's why I'm doing these cards. starts December 1st, I'll be mailing out my Christmas cards, so I will have another large stash, and I don't mind making my Christmas cards for next year early. So we'll go with the charcoal for the Merry Christmas. That the sentiment has two different fonts. It has a straight font, a more traditional font for Christmas, and I try to eye it about 1/2 inch from the right side. Hi, Suzanne. And that makes it kind of usually towards the middle. I'll show you what I did on a couple that I didn't. And yes, I didn't put it on there straight. I know that might drive some people crazy, but I'm looking at the stamp and lining it up. There we go. So that's the Merry Christmas. Now, I do have some leftover sugar plum paper, and like I said, it's retired. I don't usually play with retired things. However, I am trying to, like I said, prep for getting rid of the stash, so I could put it on that. But I think I'm going to do some charcoal, and that's just to round it out. And I keep my scraps in with my full paper so I can see if I have a piece big enough, and I don't, so then I'll get out a larger piece. This tends to help me use up my scrap paper, and I'm using, when I store my scraps like that, those are the close to my heart paper, storage paper. Hang on, I'm trying to think, because I want to let me go ahead and do it here. I'm going to cut this at 5 1/4 by 4, so it will have a border around the outside. Yep, you get to see me cut. I store them, those are our envelopes, our paper storage envelopes, are 12 by 12. I'm going to put the adhesive on the back, and there we are. And again, that really makes the sugar plum pop because it's against all that gray. And while, like I said, you don't see much of a shadow effect, I still like it. Not like when I used to, definitely different colors. And again, if I put it too far over, I put some dots on a couple of them. So what would be your favorite color scheme for this stamp set? And if you want to get your Christmas stamps, you need to get them now, because they will be retiring at the end of December. And it also has ornaments, so you can actually stamp instead of using an embellishment. But like I said, I'm trying to use up some of my old embellishments. It also has a pretty border that you could put around the sentiment if you wanted with the lines. You could make a full frame out of it. The ornaments, the dots, and then the Merry Christmas. So I hope you've enjoyed seeing my favorite stamp Monday. And again, I'd like to know what your favorite combination would be if you were going to do one of these. So have a great Monday, and I will see you later.